Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I'm Gypsy Girl, here to give you another lesson for the day. Just want to be grateful for the energy. And the great gratitude that I can come to my deck, pick up that energy. What is the lesson for today? Thank you, Spirit. And thank you for protecting me and keeping me safe, for protecting the collective, keeping us safe. What is the lesson for today? Thank you, Spirit. Oh, we have the King of Pentacles showing up, jumping a little bit there. Stability, putting down a burden, picking up courage, healing, divine guidance, stability. What is the lesson for today? Thank you, Spirit. What do we need to learn today as a collective? The birds are strong today. It's nice and warm. There's a sharpness in their pitch. And Venus. Venus is in retrograde. Seven of Pentacles. We're revisiting things in the past, and that's what Venus is all about when it goes into retrograde. Things from the past are coming up. But when we have new beginnings as well, we're being led to end and begin. See this? Healing, Four of Cups. Very emotional healing with Venus. Thank you, Spirit. What does the collective need to learn today? Oh, we have the Six of Swords. Well, this is refreshing. The Six of Swords. We are going off into smooth waters. I'm just shifting my decks around. Okay. Smooth waters is what this represents, you know, the fact that we've gone through some mental turmoil in the Five, which would be inner turmoil, or if you're dealing with a group, it would be mind games, you know, or arguments. The Five of Swords. It's very, very aggressive. So when the Six comes around, you're feeling, well, not so much feeling, but you're moving away from that aggression. At least you're being led away. I mean, you've been, depending on your situation, you will be led to rest, because that is how turmoil usually works, you know. We get so much of it, and then there is a release. And then we come back and we get more turmoil, and then we get a release. That's what's been going on, and that's what is expected to happen for the rest of this month. And then August will bring a change, depending on your situation. Okay? Six of Swords. What is a lesson in that? It would mean that you're not letting go. You're not allowing things to shift in your mind. You know, you're antagonized by whatever it is that's been going on. Because it would mean not just so much the opposite, but you would be working against the grain instead of going with the flow, fighting what is happening, trying to fight what is happening, trying to argue more about what is going on. So with this, we could see as stepping stones, because once we accept what is at hand, whether it is in our own mind, as if we are convincing ourselves of, I wouldn't just say called a lie, but information is not confirmed, or you don't believe the information that you're getting, whether it is true or not. You're fighting that. You're putting up against instead of allowing the flow. That would be what a lesson could bring from this. So it's the tool. There it is. The Hangman, that position is exactly to stop you from fighting what is the flow, where you would go against the grain. This puts perspective into order, where you're forced to see things from a different angle, which brings this to going with the flow, with going with smooth waters, going in the direction of peace. Because this card here represents our ability to see far ahead, look back, and measure where we are right now and how we feel about it. This is a high arcana, this is a low arcana. So in respect to how the cards are falling, this Hangman here is making sure to push us in the direction of seeing the light, being at peace, going into smoother waters. It encourages and it ensures that that is the result that will happen, because we are made to stay and stop and pay attention to what is going on and then make a choice. Is the spirit working? And what is spirit doing for us? Well, back on the lower arcana level, we're going one step back to 5. Now this is swords, and this is wands. And if we're going back, it's because we're taking that step back before we can move forward. And in this case, this 5 represents our integrity. These are real lessons here. Integrity, perspective, peaceful mind. This is what Spirit is giving us. If we're able to take a step back and look at what is going on, or what we're a part of, or what we've been involved in, and we're not wanting that for ourselves, or we're wanting a shift, because that is what this represents. Spirit knows what we need when we need it, and we may not know when we need things, but we pay attention to what we receive. Again, it's in how we respond to other people in our lives, in circumstances that we are brought into. We make measure of what's going on around us so that we can maintain our integrity, and furthermore not tarnish the integrity of another. Now that is true spiral growth, where you spiral up instead of spiraling down. Spirit is giving us that ability to decipher, knowing what we represent stands strong in that light. We stand in that, because that's how we get to take the step back and see what's going on. We measure from what we believe to be valuable to us. So what is the gift? The Nine of Wands. Well, the Nine of Wands is, oh, we're balancing off here. We have six six swords. And then we have 5 wands, which brings us to integrity. And then we have 9 wands. So the wands are taking us into our passionate side and the creativity of ideas that are working. See, this is the ideas, and this is ideas that are working. Like, we're following our mental trend. You know, we want peace, but in order to get that, we have to heal, so that we get the 14 here, and we have the wisdom. We have the wisdom. We have the integrity. So we're pretty strong in this 9 because we have backup. Wherein we do not trust, because that is what the soldier is representing on this 9 in the traditional decks. We see that he's all beaten up and not too sure about where to, to follow or go further. Like, he's working it out, Well, here we have the wisdom because of the integrity, and because spirit is the tool here. This hangman gives us that wisdom. Our experience gives us the wisdom. So we're backed up by what we know and what we believe. So the bottom of the deck, well, this is just priceless. We have our Princess of Wands. So more passion. So now we come into it's a type of ace, because she's the future. She brings that innovation. So we know that we are healing, and we know we have to heal, and we know what we need to heal, because we're able to take that step back and pay attention and focus. And the desire for peace comes with our innovation here. To balance, these two. Let's see where this brings us. All right, so Spirit's allowing us just to take them one at a time. We'll stop there. See how far ahead this is. Okay, push it down some more. Just bring it down a little bit. Okay, so we have our princess here with our innovation, and then we have our 7 of Swords, which is strategy, if not betrayal. But you see, we're looking into these 4 cards here, and we see that we have the 6 and the 7. So with the hangman deciphering for us what is true and what is lie, and what is strategy and what is trickery, we know what this is in our lives. Okay, we don't need to guess what it is, because we are taking that step back and we're standing in our integrity, and we have actually this is the integrity card, but this is self-esteem. Okay, so we're holding our own no matter what, because we end with the integrity. This is the integrity card, where you stand and you fight, you push back. Okay, you're very very passionate here, and here too, in the Wands. See, we're just two bars off of the 7 with the 5. So it's a build up. It's a holding on to what you know to be true to yourself. Okay, that self-esteem it comes in the coins too, where you're feeling that sense of lack. But this one here is where you're that internal battle, or if you're battling with others, because you fight your ground. You're arguing, whether you're arguing with yourself, trying to figure out which way to go, or you're arguing with other people on a point of reference, where you explain yourself, and then you have to back that up. Well, here, this is where the healing comes in, because you've had that experience with others and the self. Now you end up here knowing the truth, because it comes back to the Seven of Swords, here where we are. And then again, we have another 7. So this is really push and pull. Like I did say, we are going to be going through that, and you are here now. This is the push and pull that I was talking about, that we would end up with by middle of July. Welcome to it, folks. You know, you're going on that journey, See, it's repeating itself here. Here we're going with ideas. Here we're going with what we've learned and what we love and what we want to share and expand on with others. Now it could be it's confirmation about third-party situations for some, because that's what would be represented by a 7 of Swords and a 3 of Cups standing together. But that is determined by your situation. If you are experiencing this in your life, where you are pleasing or trying to please both sides of a coin, for example, you know, where the saying is to please two masters, you can't. You have to choose one over the other, and we're finding more and more that is trend when you follow the zodiacs. The readings that I put out is a few of the signs are really having trouble, or really focusing on choosing, making that choice. Do I want to go with this one? Do I want to go with that one? And measuring what is best for you. We're here, regardless of your sign, regardless of your situation in perspective to relationship. You are at a pivoting point, and your decision process will determine your future, because this is where we are at with the alignment of planets going on above us. Okay, I mean, you see it from your level, you have to. But that's where the healing comes in, because accepting what is, right here, accepting what is, and bringing it to the next level of moving to the future, because we want to go forward. We want to go forward. Here too, we want to take a relationship somewhere else. You know, we want to expand on what we know, on what we found out even. But here is a healing. So this is working in the favor of going in peace. But we must confirm the truth, and this is where the investigation comes in. And if we go further, we'll find, but we're not, because we're standing in our integrity, which is a plus. So it ends on a positive note, because I don't want to go in and dig into suffering. We've had enough. We've seen that over the weeks to bring us to the point where we want peace. Those of us who are looking for that leverage of, I want to go forward in my life. I have dreams that I want to follow. This passion, this experience, I want to take it to another level. I want to expand on what I already know. I want to heal. I want to be a healer in some cases, because this is where it will bring you. Everything that you know will bring you to a higher level of knowledge. This is the researcher, known in most decks as this knave or princess here of swords. She goes and digs in and finds the answers. She researches the hard questions, bringing that battle up to, well, this is what I believe in, and this is what I want to do in my life, and this is where I stand, and this is the imprint that I want to make on people who come into my life, or the people that I work with, because this is passion that is creative. And here we have the 15, then the 16 with this one here. So the tower, or this is the 14, sorry, and then this would be the 15. And here we would have that hold of the devil, the 15. See the 15 wands? that would ensure that we need to pay attention to what strategy is being used, whether it is for or against us. This is choice that we make. As you see, we have the perspective card where we sit and we say, is this good for me? Is this good for others? Is this for the greater good, what I'm doing? Is this going to work? And that is where you decide on how you want to proceed forward, because this is a wisdom card. As much as it is healing, it is wisdom, and here is wisdom again. And we get the wisdom from our experience. So it's a take charge, which is very positive, and I want to keep it on that level, because we need some positive energy to get us through to August. Those of us who are having a hard time making decisions, you're on your way. If you know that you want something, you have to focus on it, and you have to take a step back. And that's what we're doing in this lesson here. Those of us who follow, we will take that step back and focus on what it is we really want and why we want what we want. What is the oracle message for this lesson? Thank you, Spirit. This is true progress, and I'm very happy to report that. Very happy. It's not easy, but the mental side of it, you want it. You've been through the ringer, so peace has to come at some point, and Spirit knows. If you're not confident in your own decision making, know that Spirit is backing it up. Backing it up again. 2 wisdom cards. So don't worry. Especially if you're not comfortable with your decision, that's when it's really the best decision. Because if it's easy, then you're only... I can't find my word right now, but the appeasement that you're giving into something that you do easily is because you're comfortable with it. And being comfortable with something, especially with change right now, may not be the good thing. Feeling the discomfort of the shift and change, if you've gone through it, then yes, the peace you'll feel the difference when you go into accepting what's going on. You will feel that release. But if you just say, okay, well, whatever, you don't feel it, you don't feel that shift, then it's because you're just appeasing yourself by stroking the ego. And we don't want to stroke the ego. We want to stand in our integrity. We want to feel that difference in that self-esteem, because we're arguing with ourselves or with another over a point, and at some point somebody has to give in and let the other person speak, and that is where you step back, using the two, allowing the other person or persons to have their say. And then you go and do your research and find your answers. But you must go within. This is all happening internally, personal peace. What is the oracle? And it is for manifestation, because that is what we need to do. We need to go inside of ourselves. See this here? Go and find what we remember, and then sit with it, find a perspective, take on a different position, looking at this information, and then standing in the integrity. So this is work, manifestation. You got to know what you want and feel that you have it already, so that Spirit will just say, okay, you get it. Now you will get it. Let me read this one. Sometimes they come in a breeze upon your fingertips. At other times they dwell in the depths of your soul. It is a dance between you and Spirit as the magic unfolds. That's what I said. You have to go deep within inside of yourself, especially to find the answers. You're going to go on that inner journey. This one is an inner journey. Well, it's physical too, where you go out and you spend time with people, and people you usually have a good time with, okay? And then if we look at this here with this cup representing our half full or half empty, it's either we're full of enthusiasm or we're deep in depression with this card. But here it would make 4 cups, so there is more of the same. And this is what you need to go inside and look and see If it is that is what you want, more of the same. Remember, if it comes easily, too easily, doesn't mean it's a good thing. You have to be decisive. You have to be discerning. And then we have the bonfire. Let's take a read on it. See, we have the milk and butter. We have to have faith, in our decision-making process. So we have the bonfire. It is through remembering that we will wake it is through remembering that you will wake the ritual of your existence and be reborn in mighty celebration. Here it is, we're standing in our integrity. But we must go back and remember our experiences. And we are. This is what's happening. Spirit is giving all this to us for us to say, okay, I want this. I don't want this. And who doesn't want to go off in peaceful waters? Take a rest, take a vacation. It's like taking a vacation. For some, it could mean just that you've booked a flight or a cruise somewhere and you're going off. Because you're taking perspective. Because you're deciding, I deserve it. That's what we need. Okay. On that note, I thank you for showing up, for your likes, your subscribes, your shares, and your comments. If this lesson didn't come to you as a lesson today, don't worry. It'll come around again. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Love and light.